Alright, so let's continue.
Back to it then, yeah?
Yep.
Right, so the rest of that day passes without event. Obviously, you then rest.
You're going to get a stern talking to from me.
She is going to get a stern talking to. Would anyone like to try and gain some HP?
Yeah, that'd be damned in.
Medicine checks.
I'm not going to. What I'm going to do instead is try and do some salvage checks and scavenge for food.
Okay.
Sounds fine.
What are they on?
Neither of those.
Does any of them got any sense on wisdom, didn't we?
Yeah. I thought that both my answers.
14
14.
for a medicine.
You can take back up to 5 hit dice, but you only have 1, so roll your hit dice.
17.
Yeah, take hit dice.
18.
Take your hit dice.
It's a 1.
Can't remember.
Plus your con mod.
Plus con mod, so that's 4.
It's not too bad.
Get a load of that, 5 HP.
No, so you get a long rest, so you get your hit dice back for the next day.
On my scavenge that afternoon after the multiple
Yeah, roll a
14
survival check.
survival.
14 check. You find some tracks.
Okay. Is that?
They are tracks of a cloven-hoofed animal.
I've got a
Okay.
You can follow them if you would like.
Nice, that's one. Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to take a little venture out. Because after that I want to eat a bit more heartily because that was a bit of a...
Well, I mean, someone still has a badger.
He does, but he's keeping it for himself. So
Because he's a greedy, greedy man.
that was 15 to track it.
Deserves to be
15 to track it? Yes, let me just find the stats for it.
No worries. Take an idea.
Okay.
Con dear.
You find...
Con dear.
He's supposed to come up with something.
roll me a stealth check to see if you can sneak up on it.
Helping is a collaboration.
So we only taken 1 hit dice back.
It's 1 hit dice.
Nat 20 spell.
At 20, yeah, you sneak up on a boar.
Hey!
Wow, this is going to be fun if you cock up trying to kill it.
Yeah,
Because it's going to be grumpy.
I'm just using my rapier for bed. Okay, I shall quietly sort of... How far away is it, sorry?
You've snuck up, but you're about 20 feet away from it.
Okay. So would I be able to stealth up to it right next to it and attack with the rapier stealthily? Or would I have to...
Within that 20? Yes.
Okay, sweet. That does me then.
You say you're attacking it with a rapier?
Yes.
Just jumping out. Ha
But so
Oh,
far,
don't you know?
so far I'm assuming we've continued and...
No, this is the next morning.
This is next morning, I just got lunch and food.
Well,
I'm going to
after the fight
do
is
another
what I'm
medicine
thinking.
check for another hit dice.
Yes.
Sorry.
After the fight is what I'm thinking, like, what did you guys say to me? Anything?
I've left it to them.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
We'll let him do this fight
Yeah,
and then we'll deal with that.
Okay.
I assume you're gonna do some poisoning of yourself.
I was going to say for on the next morning.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. That's really...
You don't need to do a constitution check, 'cause you did it yesterday morning.
And we can do medicine checks again?
That was 15 to hit the ball.
A 15 is a hit.
So I shall roll my damage.
It's surprised, so I'll let you take another dice.
I mean, double the dice basically.
I'll let you roll 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
18 on medicine?
Yep.
So that is 13 damage.
13 damage, and it dies. Take 50 XP.
You lucky thing.
One shot from the bush.
just
Edit that out, maybe?
No, that is totally bad.
I just love leaping out from the bush. Just putting it straight through his head.
Get out. Bad.
GG, guys.
So that's the campaign over.
Yeah,
After that,
never playing this world again. It's been sullied.
GG.
I'll then take the ball back
Yep.
to the campsite and I will attempt to skin the
Survival
skin the
check.
ball. 2 to 4.
Yes, you don't manage to skin it.
Yeah.
You knife
What are we
goes in
gonna
your
do
bullet
to
and
it?
it launches over the trees.
I'm going to say you get a day's rations and the rest of it is just unusable.
That's fine.
It's just fully fucked.
He's basically
Technical term.
washing out within you.
sort of perfectly skewered it through the back of the head. Gone, I've done this once, nothing.
Everyone comes over when they realise what you're doing and there's just a bloody mess everywhere with bits of... You've like trying to cut the skin off it, but you've just been taking chunks of meat off it, and then there's one perfectly cleaned bone.
Right. The bits that I can't use, schnitzel. And sort of try and...
You're going to feed
Herbivores.
Oh my god.
Not
No, they aren't.
not omnivores.
That'll be terrifying though. It's like when you're doing I feed
You know-
schnitzel, I feed her on flesh.
You know, ironically, what would eat it? A boar.
That's funny. Trap.
So everyone okay with carrying on for?
You
need
to
to talk to your friend.
After my morning meditation, I walk over.
Feeling serene and less stabbed.
That's exactly why I'm not talking to him, because I will lose my temper.
And you don't want him to
I've
lose
just
his
been
again.
keeping my distance from you guys, sort of attempting to heal.
Eating badger.
Instead take D4 burning damage from the glare I've been giving you. No, I'm not done. Yeah, I am, it's when that hurts.
I'll let you roleplay this. If you
I
want to scold him,
I already have done.
I'll boil the kettle.
I sit down next to you.
I'll just have been in my tent, like, so.
Yeah, I entered.
Yeah, okay.
Knock on the tent door.
Yeah.
It sounds somewhat
Go
like this.
away.
Did you start the camera when you did that as well?
Okay.
I don't even knock. I just go in.
Yeah.
I enter Motherfucker Jones.
Would you like to explain what happened?
I have
A terrible rage.
a slight issue with controlling my anger.
Light issue.
I was hoping you was going to say a bit of a temper.
You took two of our current party out without a single bit of remorse.
When I get angry, the rage takes over.
Is this something that's going to happen or what?
I avoid it as much as possible.
It's not a no.
Politician's answer.
You're not Dutch.
I know, I'm just sitting there just trying to burn a hole in the tent with my glaring at it.
You just watch me butcher a bomb.
Yeah, it's just like...
I got this, you know. I will be keeping a close eye on you from now on. If I feel as though you are too far gone, I will take you up myself.
Let's just had this conversation before in work.
I just quite like the fact saying no. And if you know, if I think you're getting too much there, oh, you're gonna get a talking to, because you almost murdered me.
Okay, so I assume you break camp and carry on walking.
Break. Very awkward camp, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
As you're kind of walking pretty much next to the river, so you can't really get lost, because obviously the river
It
goes
goes all
straight
the
to
way, doesn't
Tetsuyasu. You're on the wrong side of the river, just let you all know that.
Oh, that's sweet.
Tetsuyasu was on the other side of the
Of
river.
course we are.
Yeah, no, we are.
I'm just going to say as well, I'm going to be keeping my distance from the party, like maybe a good 30 feet between us.
Oh,
Sort of
okay.
walking with the party, but keeping away from them after
Yeah,
the events
That puts my
happen.
blow dart at disadvantage.
I'll more than likely be at the front.
Yeah.
You'll notice I haven't apologised for shooting you yet.
So the
I
next
don't expect an apology, because I know what I am capable of. I've done
the
this
next
before.
day passes
Alright.
without event. Obviously, you set up camp again, and in the night,
I eat my ball.
something
God,
does
it's good.
It's delicious.
That one bit of
ball.
ball. Just sweet.
You basically cut the fillet out, didn't you? Like, the rest is just...
The rest was
The rest is not good
It's
enough.
not good enough, no. It's like gonna happen to everything I eat now, it's just like, it's not good. It's just too fatty.
Bisk,
Yep.
while we are moving, I'm going to be constantly on the lookout for any form of thing that I know is a poisonous plant.
roll me a nature check.
Okay. And this is going to be constant, so if you just do it as a daily thing. Then,
Yeah, that's fine.
Nature is off whiz.
Yeah. Where's intelligence?
No, intelligence. Intelligence, yeah. Have you talked to him about his name yet? That's family.
That's
I don't know,
12.
12?
And I'm
No,
samurai.
you don't see anything.
He's very angry samurai.
Who is taking the first watch at night?
I'll be doing first watch.
Roll me a d20.
That's a nat 1.
So nat 1? Okay, and...
I forget what my eyes are.
No, roll again. You're going to do 3 of them.
6.
6. That's just off
Just
the dice.
flat dice we're doing.
Oh, no,
Yeah, just flat dice.
Okay, 6.
6, and the last one?
8.
8. Fair enough.
You were giving me straight 20s earlier.
No, that's what you wanted. The random encounter for that was a weather change. You rolled normal for the season on temperature, none for wind, and none for precipitation. That's what you wanted. You get
okay.
it. The night is beautifully clear.
Oh, okay.
You can see all the stars in the sky, and it's. I mean, it's a little bit tense because obviously you've got the tension of he just killed y'all, and there's no wind, so you can just feel yourself seething.
If you guys have made a fire,
You're not welcome at it.
Akahide has gone and made his own fire and is sat by his own fire, staring at the stars.
Prick.
Yeah.
Do you need to get him back into the party?
As they're leaving.
After a while through the night, I noticed that. Well, not that. I've only just noticed.
You've been sat like, where is he? Oh, he's another fire.
Another fire. I wonder
after a while.
Take him an olive branch.
I take him some of the
Bit of absolutely massacred boar.
some of the.
No.
The
I asked you
ale
to
brew.
give him some of the massive ball.
All the way you're going, the blowpipe is just.
So that night passes without event, and you carry on.
Morning
Next
poison.
morning poison, yeah.
Just before we go in response to
medicine.
the ale, I'm just gonna thank him and apologise for my actions earlier.
You don't need to tell me that. You need to tell them.
I am sorry for my actions.
Yeah.
16.
16. Yeah, you can get a dice.
Oh my
I
god.
will be watching.
You're just slowly building your health back. That's accurate, I suppose. He did one shot you
Yeah.
with a sodding great big sword.
You guys do your own messenger.
I'm back.
I don't
He's
want
back, they're back up to full.
I rolled 1 hit dice and got straight back up to full.
Nice.
It's only 3 days and I'm still
Nine.
not full yet. I'm at your full health.
I'm assuming your hit dice is what you would
What
get
you roll to get you.
Yeah.
when you level up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so the next day passes without event. You can now see Tetsuasu on the horizon. It's going to take you another full day to get there. You'll probably camp just a few miles outside by the time you're knackered and get in. That day passes without event. Water is beautifully clear next to you. There's some boats moving up and down the river.
As we're about a day away, I'd have been in these lands a few years now.
Yeah,
not a huge amount, but a
few
few
years.
years. So I know what samurai was and a ronin was, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I will approach you and ask you, where are your colours, so to speak? And are we safe going into town?
I have such a good answer for that.
And are we
Currently
safe
lying
going into
dead
town
a few days back.
with you?
Whoa.
And are we safe going to town with you? As we did get
Yes, because
an
you're not
honourable
wearing
duel
your colours.
to the previous samurai on the road. Will that happen again in a capital like this?
I do not react well to pain. I intend to inflict it.
It wasn't a threat.
That's how he's answering.
Chill
He's not
out,
threatening. No,
Teresa.
he's not. He's not threatening back. He's just answering calmly. This is just like he's not looking at you while you're talking. He's just sort of looking off and saying,
And I'll take that as when we enter, I shall move further away from you when we walk into town.
Everyone make a perception check.
Before we do that, can I do another? It'll be in the morning. Another survival to see if I can find any more poison.
19.
That is a 18 on my 18, 19.
Yes, you
20.
find a particular herb that you know can be synthesized into a poison.
Okay. Take as much as I can.
I got 13 on.
Take it as like a Resident Evil green herb.
Oh, okay. And takes my first bit.
Oh, Constitution save.
Oh my god.
What did you get?
5.
It's a 5. You are now poisoned
Cool. That's fine.
for the next roll me a d20 hours.
14.
Finally, a good roll.
A good roll. Yay.
14 hours you are under the poisoned.
Which is disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
On
It's
skill checks and.
poisoned. A poisoned creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay, cool.
5 on perception, by the way.
Perception.
On perception?
Get close.
Yeah, you get nothing. You got 19, and Fuzz, you got on a perception check.
13.
13. Alright, Greg, you notice that you are being followed.
I got
you can't.
16.
16. Just Greg notices. You can't tell who, how many people. You just know you've got the feeling that someone's following you. And set up camp for the last night. There's one
I'll take the
final
first
random encounter. Take the first watch. Who's on the second watch?
I'm
I'll
going to
take
ask to not take it because I'm feeling really
take one.
grim.
I'll take second watch
Take second watch.
in an attempt to fix.
Oh, this is not going to go
It's
well.
like the second.
To fix. This is
the
sort of
second
like my
combat round
olive
of
branch
encounter.
back. I'll be like, I will take second.
Put the lunatic in charge.
Right.
Actually,
I'm not a lunatic.
when
Just a
he
bit
suggests he takes second watch,
Yeah. He shouldn't take it alone, perhaps.
I actually go with the Astarian rather than him.
You put the Astarian on second watch, okay. So the Bard is on second watch instead of the fighter.
No, he doesn't heed that and stays away.
Okay, that's
Cool. I'm
However-
going to have a lovely nap.
However, he when hearing that he doesn't want him to take second watch, he leaves the camp. I'm going to go about 30 foot out.
Roll me a perception check at advantage. Roll me a perception check.
15.
And
21.
21. You notice nothing. Fuzz, you notice a very slight figure moving through the tree line towards the camp.
I'm going to attempt. How far away am I from it?
Probably at 50 feet.
50 feet.
It's the only reason you've noticed is because you've not got the firelight cloud in your vision.
I'm going to attempt to stealth and then follow.
Okay.
19.
19? Yep, that's fine.
And I'm going to move my full distance in that.
Okay.
Well, as far as you'll allow behind it.
He sneaks up to the camp and he seems to be heading towards Greg's tent.
Okay.
just checking.
I'll give
this
you
is-
all
this
one-
is the evening, isn't it?
This is night. This
Right,
is
so I
deep
won't have
night.
to disadvantage from the poison anymore.
What would it need to move to get a knife behind them, sneak up, to
Well,
sneak
he's
up?
moving at 30 feet. You moved 30 feet closer to him, so he is approximately 50 feet away from you.
Oh right, he's moved his full movement as well. Okay, I'll just continue following and try to get. What I'm trying to do is get behind him or her.
Another perception from Al while he's just in the camp now.
16.
16, you notice something rustling near Greg's tent.
Can I see if he notices? No.
That also.
You're fixated on him.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Like that. I'm keeping watch on guard.
yeah.
I'd probably want to. Maybe it's just a binder or something, animal. But I'm still going to check it out, I suppose. 'cause
Okay, so you wander over.
Put my hand on Ray, but not take it out, but still get over towards it. And just try and look a bit closer to what's over there
Yeah.
and see what's going on.
Right, what's your AC?
15.
15, excellent.
I've not seen him, so
You've not seen him.
yeah. But I do see the dagger in my face.
Take 8 damage as an arrow flies from behind Greg's tent and thunks into your shoulder.
I'm assuming I see that.
Oh, you see that.
Am I going to hear it?
Bonus
You
action.
don't hear the bow, but you probably hear him scream.
Yeah.
I
And the bonus action, I scream out, Schnitzel!
The horse comes running. Dun, 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 dun.
I'll give Fuzz a reaction and then we'll do initiative.
I would like, if I can, to get in and.
You can get to 20 feet away from him.
As a slight note,
You can
I've
dash in, but you won't be able to attack.
tied Schnitzel up, so you can't actually get to me.
Could I get within javelin range?
Well, javelin range is like, what, 60 feet?
I'll throw a javelin at it.
Go for it. Don't miss. What is it?
It's not
It's
a crit
a 10.
miss.
It's a 10.
Yeah.
10 overall?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Yeah. So.
I'm gonna say, because he's like the other side of Greg's tent to you, the javelin goes through Greg's tent, but it's just through the top of it. So Greg wakes up at the sound of him screaming, sits up, and then his javelin goes.
Lie back down again, never get up.
Very alert, should we say.
Yeah, I am.
He's like, there's so much shit in my pants right now.
What would my character be doing there? Is it initiative now?
Screaming an initiative.
Yeah, that's
Scream initiative.
Would everybody be awake at this point?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes.
That is a 10.
Yeah, I
10?
got a 10 as well, so we need to roll off.
14.
14.
Got a 7.
7.
1.
7.
No, 2, sorry.
Right. Well, that is going to be Greg going first, then me, then you, and then did you?
Nicholas.
We did
Nicholas.
we rolled off for a 10.
So it's going to be Fuzz.
No,
no,
sorry, I
Fuzz.
want it. Fuzz with me.
Fuzz. Sorry, Chris. Then Chris.
Yeah.
That's why I call them Boyle and Fuzz.
You can call me Fuzz. I'm happy with Fuzz.
Okay. In that case, Chris. Then Fuzz.
I'm just whingy.
Yeah, well, he is a vegan.
Have I?
It's got to step up eventually, right?
Have I become vegan? When did this happen? I don't remember this.
Vegetarians don't remind you constantly of the vegetarians. Vegans, on the other hand.
I'm an omelette for my dinner. Have I done something wrong?
Apparently, it's got your own moral code.
I'm so confused.
Okay, so yeah. It'll go Greg, me, Chris, Fuzz, Alistair. So wrong calling him Chris.
Thought my character name
odd.
is easier.
Yeah.
It is, but I forget them.
I'm a little green dinosaur.
Yoshi.
How can you forget me?
Yoshi.
Yoshi. Yeah, but I constantly want to call you Yoshimitsu. So Greg,
Just start spinning round.
right?
Well, javelin. What?
That's your action.
I exit the tent.
Yep.
Yeah, well,
You don't know where this guy is, obviously. In fact, you don't even know that technically there's somewhere there. You just know that a javelin came through your tent.
Yeah,
and he's screaming.
Yeah.
As you get out of your tent, you'll see him, like, probably, how much health do you normally have? Your full health, 10. You'll see him lying on the floor with an arrow sticking out of him, just like, Schnitzel!
It's my instant reaction to anything nowadays.
Schnitzel! Not my horse.
I will. Jesus. Whoever he is.
Roll me a perception.
Yeah.
DC 21.
Ooh.
To see if you know where he is.
Nope.
Don't.
That's a 17.
Okay.
You see me on the floor.
I see you on the floor. I run over and pick him up to drag him into some sort of cover.
That's fair enough, yep. I'll let you drag him back into his tent.
Yep.
That's fine. That takes it to me.
Oh baby.
At which point, obviously he didn't know you were there. He now knows you're there.
Of course he does.
He's gonna
wet himself as
as the javelin sticks down. He doesn't see you run out of the tent because he swivels round to fire at you. What's your rate? It doesn't matter what your AC is. He hits you. That's a 22.
No, I have. No.
I have ultimate AC.
Oh yes.
No.
You're gonna rage.
No.
Take 8 damage.
Oh, that's good.
And roll me a Constitution
So
save
glad
of
I'm in my
18.
tent.
Everyone's in a tent currently.
No, 6
As
for
soon as I hear him bellow, I'm just like, I'm chilling.
It's good. It's sorted.
So I'm staying it.
DC 18.
No.
Nada.
No.
Then I would like you to rage.
Ultimate bonkaroon.
I would like to rage.
And that takes it to Chris's turn.
I'm gonna stealth.
You roll that boy. You roll that.
Okay.
in your tent.
Yep.
Yeah,
stealthing
currently
out of the
it's
tent,
stealthing
basically.
out of the tent.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Yeah, as far as you're aware, you are stealth.
Double buff.
Right.
Okay, and I'm going to out of the tent.
Out of the tent,
Oh, I'm
you
gonna
see.
it.
Oh, you can see him, yeah.
Okay.
Because your tent, I'm assuming your tent's here, Greg's tent's here, Alice's tent's here, and Fuss is like over here.
Yeah.
You see a man stood. He's not even trying to conceal himself now.
Yeah.
With a javelin stuck through a tent
Yeah.
at his feet, leveling a short bow off in the other direction. You can't quite see Fuzz because you're on the other side of the fire from him.
Firstly, how many shuriken will you let me throw at once?
1.
Oh, damn.
You are level 1.
So I can't one in each hand and
Nope.
disadvantage.
That's 2 attacks.
That is true, yeah.
It's 2 attacks.
Um,
And it'd take 1 action. Yeah, unless you had 1 in your hand already, it'd take 1 action to load 1 into your
yeah,
hand.
that's
as well.
true.
I've studied those rules because I knew I was playing with you.
No fast talking here.
I know, shenanigans.
I do advise trying to fast talk me, it just doesn't work.
It was a good shot.
It's a
at fast
definitely
talk.
good shot at fast talking. It was a very, it wasn't even much fast talking, to be honest. It was just asking a question.
So, has he seen me emerge from the tent?
Nope. He's got his back turned to you.
Oh, how far away from me is he?
10 feet.
So I can move in close and do the pokey stabby.
Oh, you can move in close and do the
Yeah.
poke stab.
Advantage.
But wait. What did the poison? Poison doesn't give you disadvantage on attack.
No, that's
No,
what
that was ages
Oh,
ago. That was like a day ago.
really tempted to get some of those leaves out and just ram them in his mouth. Under his nose, just swallow prick.
It wouldn't kill him though.
It wouldn't kill
Yeah.
him, but
You'd
It's
just be really
giving
annoyed.
disadvantage.
You'd be like, ow, you gave me tummy ache.
Like, oh, I feel sick. What did you do?
Well, it's a good job. That was at advantage.
Yes, it is.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
18, I believe that's a hit.
Yep, okay, so...
Just throwing it out there.
Slashing
Probably a
plus... It's just 1, isn't it, first level?
Yeah.
From, sneak attack.
Extra 1d6.
Doesn't know you're there.
That is 7 slashing.
7 slashing.
Plus your
Oh, plus my dex bonus as well, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
She's dead.
Didn't
I'm going to say you sneak up behind him and just like slit his throat.
Yeah.
And you just
Fuzz, roll me a perception check.
Oh, buggering hell, not again.
with your own stealth.
That's why I'm making a roll perception check.
You just rolling that 20.
You roll that 20. You see him slice his throat.
And what's funny is, he's enraged.
Yeah. Oh no, he's coming straight for my face.
He has to. That's his rules. That takes it to Fuzz's turn.
You said I was 20
20 feet away.
So
Your
I'm
movement is 30. You must take your movement up to the nearest creature you can see, which is Chris, and take the attack action at advantage. Every time. That is every advantage at tables.
You're hitting me.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, okay.
And roll your damage.
I'm going down again. This is absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry, I'm killing him. I don't care about the bullshit. Yeah, I'm down. Because that's 8 on the dice, I'm down.
Yep. At that point, you can't see anyone, and your rage subsides because you.
Can I also attempt to take my...
Take save, yeah. DC 18.
Fails it.
Doesn't matter. Your rage subsides because combat is over.
Okay.
You can't see these two; they're intense. I'm gonna say.
Right.
I'm gonna say that you take Boyle down. At which point, obviously, you can see the javelin sticking through the tent next to you. So you just slash that to pieces in a rage, and then you're like.
As soon as that subsides, if you'll allow, I'll sort of see what I've done and go and stabilise and attempt a medicine check.
Do me a shocking sanity check first. This is the first time you've come round to what you've done.
Last time I knocked you out completely, didn't I?
Okay.
Yeah.
Just not a D20, that isn't it?
Plus
Yes.
your wisdom.
D20 plus your wisdom, lad.
No.
Check one.
15.
15. DC 18, unfortunately. So on that, you take 7 sanity damage, and
It stacks, right, your damage on sanity?
yeah,
Oh no, yeah.
so it's like health. And then you just roll a DC check, a D6 for a fear check.
A D6 for a fear check. 4.
4. You start to run away.
I start to run.
You're afraid of what you've done, of like the sight that's before you. So you must take the dash action on your turn if you're able to.
This actually kind
If you're
of makes
able to
sense.
see the subject of your fear.
I probably would run from it.
It ends
because-
after 1 minute.
1 minute. Alright, so I'm
Just
just gonna
dashing for a
just
minute.
gonna
You just
dash
start
out
running
of-
away for a minute.
Dash out.
You hear him, you hear the combat. You hear obviously 2 people go down, and then like fabric being destroyed, stuff breaking. Then you hear him kind of break down into kind of sobbing and just run away.
The entire time I'm hearing the kerfuffle, I'm just like,
It's like stop screaming.
Yeah.
when I hear him run away,
Well, we probably heard in rage, I imagine.
Well, you'll heard him rage, and then you'll have heard a lot of thunking,
Yeah.
a lot of thinking.
and then just you'll have heard the like breakdown of him.
I pull the arrow out for a start.
I'd rather scream.
Death save.
Yep.
Hey.
12. That's a good. That's
And
some
I'll,
good.
I'll do I perform a medicine check on him to see if I can.
Take the arrow out, yes,
Yeah.
without doing damage.
Yeah. Not thinking yet. 8. Oh, whiz.
Yep, that's fine. That's 24.
Hopefully, yeah, it takes the arrow out, no extra damage.
Sweet. I will then
Death save.
take some time to.
I'm going to do a dice clock to see when you have to make
At
that
this
saves.
moment in time, do we know magic yet?
Nope.
I'll then just
Pop out of the tent.
pop my head out.
Roll me a
Still in
perception,
round
roll me a
advance, by the
perception
way.
check.
15. No, 19.
19. Yeah, you see Boyle on the ground.
Saunter over.
Yeah.
So, no, well, it's more of a make sure he's still not around.
Do another perception check. Boyle, that's it.
19.
19. Yeah, you
4.
notice. You can see him running away.
Right, okay.
Negative, you got 4.
For also fuzz, your fear now ends.
I just got Yoshi, and I try and stabilise him.
Medicine check.
Good.
That's 24.
I thought you're stable, you're on 1 health.
Okay.
That is the end of that random encounter.
I'm going to
It makes it so much more fun when you've got a player that wants to kill people too.
He doesn't want to.
I shout after him.
Come back, you idiot.
I'm going to kill you now.
To be fair, you don't know that he killed him because there's also another body there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm down there. Shout, Akihide, come back.
I'm going to take my turn to hit dice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you roll the d20 for medicine check then?
Yeah, let's check first.
Boyle, take 50 XP, and Fuzz, take 50 XP.
That's a 21 on a
21?
medicine check.
Yeah, you can take a hit dice.
And it's hit back what con is it?
Yes.
4.
What's he done?
So I'm on to 6 now.
I'm gonna take a knee,
Uh-huh.
like when I stop running, and just sort of
Cry slowly into your cornflakes.
do a bit of crying.
Do a bit of a cry.
Like, I'm so
Cry,
weak.
cry.
I will let you over time boost your, I'll lower the DC of that and get control over it.
Yeah.
But we'll work on that.
18 is then. Oh.
Well, no, 18 is just because of the damage you took, but I'll let him build
Oh,
up
yeah.
immunity to it.
Maybe
Do it at advantage and stuff
I
like
thought
that.
maybe just my allies. I can start to sort of.
No, it's
The resistance comes to the rage, not to
You
what
don't.
happens
You
in the
don't
rage.
care who they are.
Once you're in the rage, that's it. So your resistance is to the rage.
Okay.
I can only take a hit dice tomorrow, can I? I don't say. I'm going to take
Yes,
one
go
per
take
day.
it tomorrow. But that is the last random encounter for this journey. You'll be glad to know because of the murder train over here.
Yeah.
So,
Just a military.
after that,
It's
I'm
good
going to
though.
go over to the corpse, I suppose, now.
Yep.
And obviously, he shot me, so I'm pissed off with him. Almost killed me
So
in
what
one
I'll be able
shot.
to interject by saying I'm right there. So my first thing is going to be see
You're
if I.
bleeding.
Well, I know, but
Yeah, being
I'm sort of
worked
sitting
on.
up.
You
and
sat
being
up-
worked on.
you sat up
Yeah.
next to him while he's working.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's going to be a case of the body's right there, so
Yeah.
I can be sort of like, I'm not going to be doing an intensive search, it's just seeing if the face.
I'd say
needs
you're on one
anything,
hit.
you know.
Right,
You're on ditch, but you can't really
I don't think I'm going to find. I'm going to share.
Yeah, but you can look at him. You
Oh,
don't
that's what I'm saying.
recognise him.
I'm not searching, it's just a case of
He
sitting
doesn't
up
look
on
like
it,
he's
just like-
an assassin.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like he's from any like order or anything like that. He just looks like he's just a chancer. You know what I mean? He's seen the camp and like, I can get some gold here. Just sort of like, you know, he's what is a Republican rogue, so he's against the Empire.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I will then attempt to
That's the
search
reason he was
the
going
whole
for
body.
his tent.
Attempt to search the whole body and see
Yeah,
any sort of artifact or anything else, or any sort of.
Oh, you're looking for a particular musical instrument,
No, shush. I know you wouldn't have it because it's just.
yeah, exactly. I'm just going to find a loot table to give you some random loot.
My side quest.
At this point, pause.
Yeah, we'll be possible.
I spent as in like for the actual cooking of the thing, so I
Me
can
and you?
find this.
We got to have a conversation.
Oh, don't worry. I've got something planned. I've just not had a chance to say it yet.
I'm very, very sorry.
I'm so sorry. And there is something I'm going to say to you.
Stop getting in my way.
Stop being squishy.
No. This was the first time I've realised that my blind rage has killed someone. I thought it wouldn't be, to be honest. I
No,
thought
it's
it
more
would've
a
been
case of
before.
it's more
It's
because
an
you come
ally.
round to
Yeah.
see you've done it. I suppose.
Yeah.
I guess that in fact the last time that I probably witnessed it was when I did it to my dad. And killed my dad. So this is like a stark reminder of that.
Right, Alistair,
And wait for it in.
roll me a d12.
Not wait for it.
D12?
It's on Charisma 82, mate. It's fine, don't worry.
They're not pretty.
Very well.
And we're the two with the masks.
Well, yeah.
Perfect sense. You've got the.
I got a 10.
A 10. And now roll me a d10. You're going to do a bit more rolling after this as well.
An 8.
An 8, you find a gold circlet set with 4 aquamarines. And then I need you to roll me a 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
A d4, please.
That's probably stolen, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah. 1.
1, and now roll me a d100.
I got
It's just random treasure.
Yeah.
Now, what dice do you have in your box that you haven't rolled yet?
35.
35, you find... I'll do some rolling for this one. Because I like rolling. They see me rolling. and I roll like dick. So you find 8 silver pieces,
Sure.
and that's all he's got on him. Apart from he does have
Short bow.
a rapier, a short bow, and a dagger, and I believe he has leather armor on. Yeah.
I'll take the arrows for the short bow that he had on him.
He has he's fired 2 of them, so he has 18.
18, so I've only fired 2. 18. That's plenty.
Yep.
6.
I am going to, sort of after crying for a while out of camp, I'm going to steel myself, like try and regain my resolve somewhat.
Yep.
Stand up and just like march back to camp, approach him and realise that he has been like being
That to be patched up.
I'm just going to take a knee in front of him and sort of bow my head and say, what I have done is a great dishonour against you. I wish to repay that debt by offering you my protection. I hope you will accept this
Alistair sent you the gold piece
as an
value of
apology
that.
Wonder what that was, yeah.
for my attack.
I'll check in a second, see if I'm using the phone.
Offer me your head and we've got a deal.
I cannot do that.
Well,
Oh, don't worry, you won't need to, I'll do it for you.
you've seen him at Goblin.
Oh, but he's not fighting back, he's going to kneel and you
That's
I understand your feelings. You just
Worth a bit. You rolled well. Okay. Obviously, I assume you all go to sleep. You make sure he's asleep before you all go to sleep. But then you go to sleep.
I'm not sleeping.
Yeah, that's fair enough. You're probably in too much pain.
Yeah, I'm not doing it now, I'm just
It's like twice on this journey.
I'm going to be watching his tent, just sitting watching his tent.
Greg, you no longer have a tent.
Yeah, I know.
You can have mine, I'm not
I
sleeping.
forgot about that. I mean, sorry. That's really bad.
I didn't forget about it. I knew I had no tent.
Yeah, your roll
I'm
mat.
just going to go into my equipment and
Your roll mat and stuff is still all there in your sleeping bag, but your actual tent isn't little more than a series of loincloths.
I give him my tent. I basically, when
I
I
should
realise
hope
what
so.
I've done,
His tent's bigger than yours because it has to fit his
yeah,
enormous
when I
body.
realise what I've done, the realisation sort of kicks in that not only have I downed him and tried to make apologies and obviously understand
It's
that that
not
didn't
going
work. He sees the mess of the tent that he's clearly been part of because his javelin's through it for a start.
Yeah.
So he retrieves his javelin.
Well, after the javelin, because he smashed it up.
Yeah, and basically goes into his
that
tent.
javelin is that you not have that javelin.
Okay.
He smashed
I
it.
smashed that javelin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, well, 3 javelin now.
You can retrieve it, but it's in splinters.
I take
kindling.
all my things, pack all my things away, take my bedroll and put it next to the fire that I created and go and sleep there. As I pass, I say I apologise for my actions. I will try to be more careful.
Have a tent.
Here is my tent
In payment, yeah,
in
that's fair.
payment for my.
I was gonna say, don't make me give you the entire sentence.
Payment for my.
Rage. Okay, so the next day, obviously-
First thing in
Yeah.
the morning,
Yep.
I'm going to go over and I'm going to wake him up and give him some provisions.
Ooh.
What, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Some provisions.
Just hand over.
It's like some
and sort of
food, stuff like
Sit down and sort of like, I'm sorry, it was a little too fresh yesterday.
I was still waiting.
My actions were
Really useful. What you on about?
undeserving of. You came to me seeking repentance and I didn't give it to you, and for that I'm deeply sorry. I understand your pride, honour above all else, and I turned down your attempt to regain it, and for that I'm very sorry.
I accept the gift and the provisions.
Are you aware that honour is wasted? Honour is given to us by the lords, the daimyos, the people who think it matters, and they sit there in their ivory towers and don't care about us. Don't focus on honour, focus on doing what's right. And I'm going to stand up and head out.
See if you notice what. Oh yeah, you noticed that. Yeah.
Oh, I've not been doing any sort of...
No, he was just seeing if you
secret
actually clocked it
Alright,
and
okay.
heard what you were saying. Yeah, it's
Oh,
fine.
did you hear what was said? Oh, okay.
It's alright though, because you've probably just massively offended Fuzz's character anyway.
I
'Cause
got
he loves those ivory towers.
He holds his tongue.
I should hope so.
Yes.
yeah after what he's done.
But I think that was a perfectly valid point.
It was a perfectly
Oh, it
good
is, but he won't pay any heed, sadly.
Medicine check.
point. Yep.
Oh, it's a new day, isn't it?
13.
New day, yep.
13 for medicine check.
13? Yes, fine.
15 for me, medicine check.
Yay.
Tetsuhasu, motherfuckers.
18.
For medicine?
18, yeah.
Also consuming some of both my initial poison and the second poison that I obtained.
Hey, you are.
Have I worked out what that does?
You just know that it's definitely poison.
I just don't feel too chipper.
But you are building up an immunity to it now.
Okay.
Okay, so the next day you arrive in Tetsuhasu. The capital city is huge compared to the towns that you are used to. Roughly you have around like 100, 200 people in a town. There's around 2,000 people live in Tetsuhasu. It's enormous compared to what you're used to.
Okay.
The buildings here in like, I've labelled it for you. I don't know if you can see the numbers. But in the richer areas, the buildings are huge, have massive gardens, stuff like that.
Yeah, number 3.
Yeah,
for example,
well, number 3, that's the Emperor's Palace. That has like towers that the skyscrapers basically.
Are they ivory?
They are made of white marble.
So yeah, there's going to be a very pointed look your way if I notice you looking at them. So like,
So the buildings reach into the sky, towering monoliths of wonderment compared to the buildings in smaller cities. Greg, in Baran there are 2 giant towers which your family live in. They're like the mills for the town, but these dwarf them. The Emperor's palace dominates the skyline, though it stands out resplendent even amidst the other houses of the wealthy elite of the nation. The slums and the Narrows and the Warren, they're just squalid. The peasants here live in absolute filth, which is completely contrary to everything you're used to in this society. You're used to the peasants being kind of like revered. They're the second-class citizens to the nobles, but merchants and like artisans are lower than the peasants. But here they seem to be the absolute skid mark on the underwear of society.
this is my berserk button. Feel free to press it.
Oh, I wrote this bit in especially for your berserk button. So the city seems to go against your culture. In the Narrows and the Warrens, there seems to be no law apart from if a noble walks through, at which point the law just seems to be a case of so we're only breaking the law if you get in the way, at which point justice is served swiftly. Al, you're used to this. This is just Astaria.
Yeah.
It's what you're used
Okay,
to.
so,
It's like water off a duck's back.
Looking at it, I've walked into the breeze, have you walked into the town?
Yeah, you're in the town now.
I've
You'll
walked
enter the town through the gate in the Warren, and it'll take you through the Narrows.
9.
It's the really densely packed bit,
Yeah.
and you'll probably head through the Narrows.
As I walked in, I took a deep breath and just gone. Back to being sort of back in Astaria again. It's that whole.
Obviously, you know that you kind of want to head towards the eastern docks, because that'll take you onto the right river to take you down through to where you want to go.
That's going to be here.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Have I ever been to Tetsuhasu? No. And have I seen similar? No.
So
This is
pretty
you're
awesome.
probably pretty awesome. You know that the place is like this because you've heard about it, but you've never actually had reason to go there.
Okay.
You've never been summoned by the Emperor. Your house isn't significant enough to be summoned by the Emperor.
Yeah.
You know that this is where your tax money goes, though. You know what I mean?
I don't care. I'm pushing my luck. I'm going to walk right up next to you and just sort of look around, the Narrows and be like, and this is what honour gets the common people. We don't matter.
I've already started singing and chanting while I'm walking through the slums
That's fine.
because I quite like it. Reminds me of home.
Yep.
I've been there for a long time.
It's probably the kind of place you were raised.
Yeah, taking out a flute, just sort of started to sing a little happy tune.
The
as I
best
go
way I
along.
can bring the picture into your mind, I'm for sure you've all got your own version of it, but I think Flea Bottom in
Yeah.
King's Landing.
Yeah. Again, if we're roaming through, I'm going to sort of walk to the front of the group, turn around, and just go. we've had some problems on our way in. I suggest we try and...
Halfway through his conversation, I just pushed past him.
Yeah, you want to be out of here soon because you don't like this.
Okay.
I'm loving them.
My nobleman, I was going to suggest I take us all out for some sake on me, if anybody's interested.
The bard will take you up on that. Nickel has to go.
Definitely.
And I'll take Snitchel with me.
Nods his
So
head.
track along.
So we'll catch up with you later then.
As you're about to leave, that's like you've always left. Your name's Ring?
Right.
Ray,
Ray. Ray.
because I wouldn't let him be right.
But my brother.
I had to concede somewhere.
I shall chat over with you, and so I'll walk over with you. Do you want to join us? There's something wrong.
I will meet up with you a little later on.
Where would we meet?
I'll find you.
Alright, good.
See you on your way. Hopefully you'll be safe.
Thank you.
I don't quarrel with your character yet.
I don't imagine you probably will get quarrels with his character. He's a very. I
Yeah.
know I'm not doing alignments, but he'd be very good.
Yeah. That's quite balanced.
I'm a good lad.
But evil, really.
You are chaotic neutral.
Yes.
I wouldn't say I'm evil.
It's alright.
Yeah.
It's like Fuzz, when he's not raging, is like probably lawful good.
Yeah.
I'm chaotic good
Uh,
because of the rage thing.
no, I mean because of the rage. When you're raging, you're chaotic evil when you're raging.
Just hit anything.
You just flip.
But that's why I'm like no alignments because alignments annoy the crap out of me.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless,
You are your character. You don't pigeonhole them.
unless there is really anything that's likely to happen in this area, all we're going to be doing is going in,
Yeah.
buying around sake for everyone, having a drink. While I'm there, I'm going to be looking around, seeing if I'm noticing any assassin colours, any like sort of, like sort of the, not thieves' camp,
Perception
but
check.
sort of the subtle tells of local assassins. That will not do.
What was it?
That was a 5.
It's just
Yeah,
you don't know what's happening.
yeah, okay.
I'm going to try and frequent as many taverns in here and boast about my musical ability.
This is a sake.
That's absolutely fine.
Everyone
That's
is probably
very much in traits with me.
chilled as hell.
Not exactly.
There's not many bards in this area of the world. There's plenty of musicians and like court musicians, but there's not many travelling bards
Yeah,
because
With
it's
stories to tell.
people that play
Well, the
music
Veil,
like
yeah,
samurai.
that's fine,
The bushi, they all learn to play instruments, so they play them at home. It's not really something you get in taverns. So when you first start playing, a lot of people are like,
But I'm loving it because
Yeah.
it's sort of like I'm in a city. Let me show
and
the
then
hell
they're
off.
all looking at you,
Yeah. That's
all
fine.
of them.
Well, human like that really looks a bit odd.
Well, no, I mean
as well.
there are humans here.
No.
You all keep forgetting with the
Yeah,
racist.
keep getting on, yeah.
So yeah, basically, if we don't notice anything where we've had it, it'll just be stand up, just a clap on the shoulders, and
And on to Greg. Where do you go?
Just head to the market.
To the market. Yep. What do you want to do in the market?
I just need to resupply. Just rations.
What are you buying?
Just what am I up to? It was 10 days here, so I'm fully out of rations, so I'm just going to buy 10 days worth of rations.
Okay.
I'll be next back. We're not. We can take at least one night here.
Yeah, you can spend as long as you want here. To be honest with
very quickly before we leave, can I try and sleight of hand a cup of sake?
you. Yep. Roll me a sleight of hand check, please.
Wow.
Oh.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I'll deal with that in a second.
I was going to say doing his perception that, but if it's that bad a roll, I don't really need to do it.
It doesn't.
I was going to say, I'm going
If it
to
doesn't meet my initial
I'm going
DC,
to have
then
paid
no.
for it. It's just to take it out of the den, basically.
Oh right, I thought you meant to just like.
Oh, right, so I was going to say.
You are in the poorest place, and they don't expect the cups back.
Oh, right, that's fine then. I was going to say, I'm assuming.
Most
you
point, they just don't want to wash them.
Oh, okay, so yeah, in that case, it'll just be hup the sleeve,
Oh, yeah,
and off we pop.
So you're buying rations.
Yep. I also want to go to the market at some point as well, but small for a performance.
See how much gold you can make.
Yeah, probably.
No, they don't have story music for
You're buying 10 days.
It's amazing.
5 gold.
How much?
5 gold. For
5 gold for
It's what, 5 silver in it for one.
You're buying anything else? Anyone else going to market and buy?
I will be heading to the market, so when I basically see you in the market, I'll sort of wander over and go, well, as you didn't want to join us, I thought I'd be generous. Just sake cup.
Hey.
I might that down.
The 7 silver, we got 8 silver that I got on the guy. I said that'll buy the sake. But how much that will be?
Oh, are you buying it?
Sad on
It
it.
was me.
No, it's on the other guy who killed. It's Evelyn.
Oh,
So
okay.
just to put into perspective the quality of this, that cost you 8 copper pieces.
Yeah, it's gonna taste like absolute ass.
It's more like rice wine and vinegar than rice wine.
I'll take a drink of it. Like, obviously, just doesn't like.
That cup that I got.
But when you drink it, Greg, it offends your very being.
Yeah.
I was being very.
You buying it is very lovely, but he is a brewer.
Yeah. I'm trying
And
to.
the Green Order brew the finest ale in the land.
That was timed perfectly as well. He's a brewer.
Is this